Goose Island is located about 14 kilometres off the coast of the Yorke Peninsula. It's on the northern tip of Wardang Island. It's one of 14 islands that make up the Goose Island Conservation Park area. On the island itself, there's a hut that was built by students in the early days of the program. There's a toilet block that was put in more recently, and there's also rainwater collecting tanks that provide the only source of fresh water for our programs.
The Goose Island program started after an expedition to Spilsby Island in the mid-60s, and the school decided that they would like an adventure program. So they looked on some maps, discovered Goose Island at the end of Wardang Island, and then first visited by Colin Butler and Charles Fisher in 1966. Since the beginning of the program, Scotch staff have been essential and integral to the makeup of the program. In the early days, it was all Scotch staff and a few parents, volunteers and so on. As time passed, outside instructors started to come on the program with specialist skills, but the Scotch staff remained the core of the social fabric, and also with lots of the skills being instructed out there.
Before journeying to the island, students are asked to consider two things as key outcomes for the program. The first is to try and challenge themselves and really expand their comfort zone and build resilience from that. And the second being to try and do something to help others. Living and interacting with a group of their peers on such an isolated island can be a real challenge, both physically and socially for students. Being disconnected from technology and having to have more face-to-face interactions. Students are also tested physically through the range of activities that they do, and often, even if they're not really familiar with these activities or the isolated environment, aquatic area itself, they rise to the challenge and see a lot of growth because of that. The Goose Island Expedition program is in its 52nd year, and the core values of student and staff relationships and the uniqueness of the environment still remain. The development of our new processes will hopefully allow the program to continue with those core values into the future and for it to remain as a real highlight for students at Scotch.